And after liberalization happened in 1991, there was an increase in the entire scope of FDI. And that would include FDI in all sorts of infrastructure projects, construction projects. Because at the same time, the power narrative between the global north and the global south, which is the developed countries and the developing countries, was such that developed countries already gained some sort of environmental consciousness, but they still wanted to continue the capitalistic way of life. And hence, entire power struggle made all the manufacturing and bigger, larger industries to shift from global north to the global south, to developing countries. And this time period is when World Bank started to develop, some sort of these EIA processes to show to the developing world that look, whatever aims and objectives the multinational corporations have, they will have to comply with these guidelines.
इंडिया में जो है बहुत बड़ी ट्रेजेडी हुई थी which is known by all, which is भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी. और भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी के बाद इंडिया को लगा कि हमारे जो प्रेजेंट लॉज है वो इनसफिशिएंट है इस तरीके के डैमेज को कंट्रोल करने के लिए.
So in 1994 did we have the very first EIA notification.
When it became mandatory to do environment impact assessment of a selected category of projects, development projects whose impacts were expected to be serious.
बट कहीं तो 1994 से अभी तक जो है इस लॉ को डाइल्यूट करने के लिए बहुत सारे अमेंडमेंट्स किए गए. तो अब तक 12 से ज्यादा अमेंडमेंट हो चुके हैं.
Then ultimately it was superseded and replaced in 2006, which is the present one that is pending, that is active as on today, allowing reclamation of entire sea on the coast for purposes of constructing roads and highways, and despite having the fact that there are alternatives.
EIA projects for which environment clearance is required, they have to apply for the environment clearance either to the Central Ministry of Environment Forest for A category projects, and there are certain B category projects for which you have to apply to the state level Environment Impact Assessment Authority. And for different sets of projects, there are different expert appraisal committees, EACs as they are called. And so this application at the first stage goes to the EAC. EAC typically meets once a month, and before they meet, about 10 days before the meeting, they are supposed to put up the agenda in the public domain. And so once the EIA is completed, then the EIA is submitted to the Pollution Control Board. And then Pollution Control Board then to decide 1 month in advance the date on which public hearing will be happen, where it will happen. They are supposed to announce to newspapers, in several advertisements that the public hearing for this project will be held at this place on this date and time, and the relevant documents they are supposed to make available in the public domain at 6 different designated places, and also on the website of the Pollution Control Board. What happens at the public hearing, minutes are supposed to be prepared that day, signed by the local people who are present there.
The focus once again was of how to get projects to function, to be set up, and more or less we have seen even the 94 notification has been used only to that extent. Not much has been played as far as conservation and preservation goes even today.
The quality of EIA is very shoddy in India.
स्टाफ कम है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट में, सिस्टम फेलियर है उनका जो उनके पास ऑफिसेस नहीं है. देखिए स्टेट एनवायरनमेंट इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट अथॉरिटीज बनी हुई है स्टेट वाइज, किसी स्टेट में 2 भी हैं, ज्यादातर स्टेट में 1. उनके पास अपना ऑफिस नहीं है, उनके पास बैठने के लिए चेयर नहीं है, उनके पास प्रॉपर स्टाफ नहीं है. तो डिले सिस्टम फेलियर की वजह से हो रहा है, और उसको थोपा जा रहा है कि EI नोटिफिकेशन की वजह से हो रहा है, या एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट की वजह से हो रहा है, या एनवायरमेंट कंजर्वेशनिस्ट या NGT में जो हर्डल आ रहे हैं उनकी वजह से हो रहा है. जबकि डिले जो मेन प्रॉब्लम है जिसको मिनिस्ट्री इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाह रहा है, उसकी अप्रोच गलत है. डिले को अगर रोकना है तो उसके लिए आपको अपने स्टाफ को बढ़ाना होगा.
You will find that EIA will mention for EIA project in Himachal rivers of Kashmir or Russia, or for the EIA project for a Panna Tiger Reserve, they'll be talking about the species that are found only in Manipur and nowhere else in India. In fact, I have been challenging to show me one honest EIA for a river valley project. It doesn't exist. I have not seen one. But in spite of all this submission, neither EAC nor the ministry has ever rejected an EIA, never blacklisted an EIA agency, never cancelled the clearance based on dishonest EIA. For instance, is a Polavaram project in Andhra Pradesh, a massive project. For 6 years after given environment clearance, it did not submit any monitoring report. But nothing happens even if the monitoring report are not submitted. And shockingly, in India, environment clearance is permanent. It's never reviewed.
एनवायरमेंट इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट प्रॉपर नहीं किया जाएगा तमाम डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स के पहले, तो हमारी नदियां, हमारी हवा और हमारा खाना, ये सब पॉल्यूट होंगे या इन सभी के ऊपर प्रभाव पड़ेगा?
It enormously changes the entire picture. It takes dilution to another level. It is anti-conservation, it is anti-environment. Any environmental law that has to be amended has to be in protection of the environment. You can't start diluting because then you're defeating the object. In fact, people who are working in the field of environment, who are experts in the field of science, different kinds of multidisciplinary scientific subjects and fields, who are working for preservation for decades, for years, have never been approached by the government from the very beginning. So,
according to me, EI has problems, and problems is the acronym of all these problems. Okay. Firstly, P of problem stands for post facto approval. अभी आइडियल केस में आपको एनवायरमेंट क्लियरेंस जो है प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट होने के पहले करना चाहिए, लेना चाहिए.
Seems to say that we can go around these processes. Let's just make big projects.
कि ये जो स्पिरिट ऑफ EIA है, जो पर्पज ऑफ EIA वो एक तरह से डायलूट कर रहा है. जो एनवायरमेंटल लॉस होते हैं वो एट द टाइम ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन होते हैं. ज्यादातर मामलों में ये देखा गया है, या साइट सिलेक्शन का बहुत तरीके से डिसीजन लेना होता है. अगर ऑपरेशनल फेज में एनवायरमेंटल डैमेज प्रोजेक्ट पे डिपेंड करता है किस तरह का है.
you can go on with your industrial work and go on with constructing, and later on, if at all in future you're caught with some sort of by anybody saying that look, you don't have an environmental clearance, how did you continue? It can get regularized. Your entire illegal work can get regularized just by paying some remediation cost. The Supreme Court, in one of the cases, Alembic Pharma, clearly said in some other matter that post facto approval in environmental law is alien to the jurisprudence, is alien to environmental jurisprudence.
P also stands for public consultation. पब्लिक कंसल्टेशन के लिए आईडी 30 डेज है 2006 नोटिफिकेशन के हिसाब से, उसको कम करके 20 डेज किया गया है.
अभी पंचेश्वर डैम में क्या हुआ था, क्योंकि जिस दौरान पंचेश्वर डैम की पब्लिक हियरिंग का समय रखा गया है, जब लोगों को आपस में मिलजुल के पॉइंट्स इकट्ठे करने थे, जगह जगह गाँवों में मीटिंग करनी थी पंचेश्वर डैम के आसपास, तो उस दौरान भूस्खलन हुए जो कि नेचुरल थे, उसमें सरकार जिम्मेदार नहीं थी, लेकिन उनके पास समय नहीं बच पाया. अब ऐसे में अगर सपोज आज हम 20 दिन कर देते हैं 30 का, और ऐसे ही मौसम खराब हो जाता है, या कुछ लोग पैदल चलकर आते हैं, या कुछ लोगों के पास इंटरनेट फैसिलिटी नहीं है, और तो ऐसे में अगर आप समय कम करेंगे तो लोग अपनी दलीलें, अपने रिप्रेजेंटेशन शायद नहीं प्रॉपर तरीके से रख पाएंगे.
You know, people can make their own opinion. The important thing is it's a democracy. It is a democracy. People need to know what's happening. That they should understand. If they don't understand the legal terms, or what a term may mean in an environment, then they can take help for that. Once things become law, right? It's so difficult to do anything.
Now, R of the problem, which restricts violation complaint, which is कि अगर कोई violation हो, so मैंने कहा है कि मेरी EI रिपोर्ट में जो है ये मैं 4 चीजें करूंगा, और ये 4 चीज जो है उसमें से मैंने ये फॉलो नहीं किया एज ए डेवलपर और एज ए प्रोजेक्ट, तो उसका जो वायलेशन है, ठीक है, वो मैं ही खुद सरकार को लेकर दूंगा कि देखिए ये मेरे से गलती हो गई, ये वायलेशन है, या सरकार की तरफ से कोई आके वो वायलेशन डिटेक्ट कर सकता है कि हाँ ये आपने गलत किया है. बट एनी पब्लिक कैन नॉट कंप्लेन टू द गवर्नमेंट अबाउट एनी वायलेशन. तो अगर
at the very local level, when you are near villages, Gram Panchayat level, any project of really high threshold limit can change the entire social fabric of that particular area. A special significant importance could have been given under the public consultation clause to traditional communities, that is entirely missing.
O again stands for 2, that is 1 season, okay, and the other is 1 yearly compliance. So उस प्रोजेक्ट का जो इम्पैक्ट है उस समर में कुछ और होगा, और रेनी मॉनसून में कुछ और होगा, और कोई और सीजन में कुछ होगा. सो व्हेन यू आर असेसिंग इट, आपको 3 या 4 सीजन्स जो लोकली वहाँ पे एप्लीकेबल है, ये अलग अलग सीजन्स के हिसाब से आपको असेस करना पड़ता है. नाउ दैट विल बी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड टू ओनली 1 सीजन.
Instead of half yearly, you're giving it an annual leeway. It means that you are giving them more leeway to ensure that the long-term consequences of whatever work is happening can be downplayed. You can say that something happened in Feb and you will not talk about it and just talk about what good things you did in November and December.
These border projects, this draft notification basically exempts all the linear projects like roads and pipelines, etc. on the border areas. ठीक है, तो अब आप सोचोगे कि भी बॉर्डर एरिया तो ठीक है, मतलब बहुत ही स्ट्रेटेजिक है एंड इट्स वेरी सेंसिटिव एरिया, तो फिर वहाँ के तो एग्जाम करने चाहिए. अब इसमें इंटरेस्टिंग बात ये है कि बॉर्डर एरिया को किस तरीके से डिफाइन किया गया. सो व्हाट इज अ बॉर्डर? इज इट 1 किलोमीटर? इज इट 2 किलोमीटर फ्रॉम द बॉर्डर? नो, द बॉर्डर एरिया इज डिफाइंड एज 100 kilometers 100 aerial kilometers. Imagine, the aerial 100 kilometers. I'm not talking about land kilometers. So when you actually see the 100 aerial kilometers from the border, you have covered the entire northeast. And you know northeast is biodiversity wise rich. ठीक है, बहुत जंगल है, वहाँ पे animals बहुत सारे, rich flora and fauna, etc. Now they all are under threat because of AI draft notification 2020 because वहाँ पे project developers जो है उनको public का consultation नहीं करना. L, which is again linear projects like highways, etc. Inland waterways throughout the country that doesn't require EAC approval. You have extended validity period for E. अभी क्या है कि माइनर जब आता है और उसको EAC अप्रूवल मिलता है, ओके, तो माइनिंग जैसे ऑपरेशन को फिलहाल 30 इयर्स है. सो अभी 30 इयर्स आप 50 साल तक कर सकते. यू गॉट न्यूक्लियर प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड यू नो द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ द लीकेज ऑफ द न्यूक्लियर प्लांट. ओके, दैट हैज बीन इंक्रीज फ्रॉम 5 to 15 इयर्स. 10 साल बढ़ाया गया है. रिवर वैली प्रोजेक्ट के वैलिडिटी को 10 से 15 किया गया है एंड ऑल अदर प्रोजेक्ट 5 से लेके 10. M, which is mining, then you have chemical industries, then you have some other categories of industries which are exempted from public consultation.
That now a lot of projects like soda ash industry, paints, manufacturing of paints, dyes, and fertilizers, pesticides, which use an enormous amount of chemicals in both solid, liquid, and gaseous form, would ultimately require no public consultation if that project is coming inside something like a notified SEZ, like a special economic zone or some sort of other notified economic processing zones. So
one that is S, which stands for strategic.
Now this term strategic importance once again has not been defined in the entire definition clause, and tomorrow it basically means anything and everything under the sun. Any project of any threshold limit can come under the strategic importance, because we have to understand that strategic importance is connected to defense in that very provision that allows for exemption. So defense is a separate class altogether, but they add other strategic considerations. So this is something which will play a key role, because a project for Mumbai, for example, which is a financial capital, and if there's like a big road coming connecting the north of the city to the south, they can say that this is strategic interest because it saves time and it's a fast city. So please, this project will not require any public.
It's not just a question of democracy, it is also a question of social justice, which
Definitely.
is why it makes it so important for it to be in various languages. It's not been done, by the way. It's not.
एक परसेप्शन हो गया है सरकार का, तमाम सरकारों का, कि वो हिंदी इंग्लिश या अंग्रेजी या केवल या हिंदी इंग्लिश में कई बार केवल इन 2 लैंग्वेज तक ही सिमट के रह गए हैं ज्यादातर ड्राफ्ट, खासकर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के. दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट ने कहा है कि ये बात हमने रखी थी हाई कोर्ट में, उसके बाद उन्होंने उसको कंसीडर किया, सो मोटो लिया और इसको लोकल लैंग्वेजेस में कन्वर्ट करने के, ट्रांसलेट करके और एक तरह से इसकी वाइड पब्लिसिटी करने के लिए बोला है.
And the EIA itself is never in the local language.
असम का जो बागजान में गैस ब्लो आउट हुआ, आपको शायद पता होगा, वो अभी भी कंटिन्यू हो रहा है. द गैस इज स्टिल कमिंग आउट ऑफ द ग्राउंड. सिंगापुर से लोगों को बुलाए गए हैं, इंडिया के सभी एक्सपर्ट्स वहां पे है, पर उनको अभी तक वो गैस कैप करने नहीं हुआ. एआई का इंपॉर्टेंस यहाँ से समझता है. ऑयल इंडिया कंपनी जो है, वहां पे उन्होंने पब्लिक कंसल्टेशन जो है वो सेकेंड टाइम किया ही नहीं. इमेजिन, उन्होंने किया ही नहीं, और उन्होंने रीजन ये दिया कि हमने पहले की थी, ओके, और अगर अब हम करेंगे तो लोग जो है वो हमें कंटिन्यू करने देंगे नहीं. इसके लिए उन्होंने पब्लिक कंसल्टेशन जो है किया ही नहीं. एंड आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग दैट हैज हैपेंड 50 years ago. It is happening even right now as we speak.
All the project operators should probably, pay money to a central pool, and that central pool should hire consultants.
A committee of independent-minded people should be set up to redraft the EIA notification. The current draft should be rejected, but a fresh draft needs to be prepared to strengthen the EIA process. And for that, such a process, we can name people who can be on such a committee, who have been part of the government. Kind of committee needs to be set up. Secondly, that committee needs to take the whole process through. It can't be the Ministry of Environment is doing it. So, once they draft it, they should put it in public domain. They should translate it in all languages and send it to all the panchayats. This affects every panchayat in one way or the other, one time or. But it also has to be written and conveyed to them in a manner that they can understand.
Make the compliance reports more stricter. We need to have these reports come in which needs to be monitored and gauged at a level where it's not just the MOEF, but there could be an independent regulator who monitors compliance of the conditions that are given to environment clearance.
प्रॉपर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन अगर किया जाए तो शायद एनवायरनमेंट की ये कंडीशन नहीं होती कि आज हमारे यहाँ नदियां बहुत प्रदूषित हैं, हवा सांस लेने लायक नहीं रही है.
So nobody is saying stop development, but we are saying just make it more sustainable.
Yeah, we are going to be around for longer than the people who are making these laws.